Yo, 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 what's up, YouTube fam? Project Karma here to provide you with some more content. And in today's video, we are going to share our review of ReZero Starting Life in Another World, Season 2, Part 2, Episode 1, otherwise known as Straight Bet. With that long title out of the way, let's get straight to it then, shall we?
Alright, ReZero, Starting Life in Another World. We're finally back for part 2. So what y'all think about this one?
So my thought process on this is going to be really interesting, seeing that this is more or less Subaru's turning point, like how it was in season 1 when he jumped off of that cliff to finally change the outcome of his relationship with Rim and everybody in the mansion. I think this kind of has that same example too, just because we saw on episode 13 when he was talking to Roswaal, just like he kind of felt at this point he was completely out of options, because Roswaal was like the king of like the chess pieces and being able to make, you know, a lot of stuff hard on Subaru regardless of whatever he wanted to do. So his idea of making a bet with Roswaal in order to get him to kind of be like on his side if he loses is a good idea. But now it's just a matter of, all right, how is he gonna really make all of this work in 3 days? Because like he said, if he loses this bet, dies and comes back, he has no choice but to listen to Roswaal and go back to the Witch of Greed, which will lead him down the path of, as I would think, constantly dying and dying and dying and dying until the Witch of Greed is, you know, I guess sufficed or good with the number of outcomes that she's seen him go through. So I think right now, whatever his plan is with Otto, and also the what is it, the 3 little immortal girls. No, I kind of figured that there was more than one of them, but just kind of taking the fact that I think it was Vilma and the one in the white who's really close to Garth.
Shima.
Shima. The fact that she was kind of kicked off from her duty of kind of guarding the graveyard. But I want to know exactly what was the cause of that. They said that she did something, but they didn't really explain it, I don't believe.
She went inside the sanctuary to get Garth, because he tried to complete this trial and didn't come out. But the Ryuzus aren't supposed to go in the sanctuary, so she saved him, but she broke the rules, so she got kicked out.
Which explains why he's so close with her specifically.
Yeah. So, is that the bet that they made? Because that entire back and forth he had with Roswaal didn't make any sense to me. I didn't understand what he was trying to say with, like, I understand that Roswaal knows, he probably doesn't know how, but he knows that Subaru's, like, you know, living lives repeatedly, right? So he's saying, I didn't think I'd see you back again in this life. That didn't make sense to me, because this isn't the same life. This is a different one. And if he knows that there are different lives, why he's saying this is the same?
I thought he said that because, like, he expected him to die. He wasn't expecting. I guess it's like, you know, if you see somebody before they go to war and you expect them to die, maybe. I was looking at it for something like that, but Amari probably has a more concrete answer than I would.
Yeah. So, I forget what, Ruben, can you remind me, what's that book that he has in his hand with him? It's what it is.
The gospel?
Yeah, the gospel. So the gospel, for whatever reason, he has the official one, which he's supposed to read out, you know, all these things are supposed to happen, blah, 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 blah. For whatever reason, because of his connection to the Witch of Greed, even though he doesn't know what happened to him in the previous lives, it's the gospel that kind of gives him the, oh, if Subaru, you know, doesn't complete the task that he's supposed to do in this book, then I might as well kill myself, blah, 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 because he will resurrect in a different timeline where I am still alive, where he might actually fulfill it. So I think that connection is due to the gospel, which is connected to the Witch of Greed. And the Witch of Greed kind of knows everything. Like how when he went to the Witch of Greed, she kind of already knew all the past stuff that Subaru went through without, even though that was like her first time really meeting him specifically. Right. So I think the gospel kind of gives more info on all the things that are supposed to happen. And if Subaru dies, probably says something like he dies, resurrects into a new life or something like that. Because if you notice from the previous times when he's interacted with him, like that one time when Emilia was controlled by the Witch of Envy, he was holding on to the book and he was like, I see you still haven't, done what you're supposed to do, so I guess I'm gonna go to hell down with you. Like he accepted that fate while holding on to the gospel. Like he knew that this was gonna come because Subaru didn't follow through with whatever was said in the gospel.
So wants Subaru to succeed.
He wants Subaru to succeed, but by working with the Witch of Greed. He doesn't want Subaru to do stuff on his own, because if you remember, the reason why he can't go back to do the witch trial anymore, or why he got kicked out of it, is because he denied his pact that he was supposed to make with the Witch of Greed.
Okay.
Before the break.
I think I need to go back and rewatch it all, man, because I be getting so confused. There's like so much stuff that's like hasn't been completely answered to me. I get thrown off. But what you're saying does make sense.
It does.
It's just I don't know how you pick that up.
It's
at
very
all.
complex.
I'm not gonna lie to you, because I get confused and I'm just like, what you got, Ruben?
So here's the thing, right? If he's been trying to get Emilia to do the trial and she can't do the trial because she don't have her memories or whatever, is Puck just a dick?
Yeah, I think they all are. Not gonna lie to you, I think they all are.
To be completely honest, I feel like Emilia's kind of gone throughout her whole life of people just being dishonest to her, to be completely honest, which explains why she is the way she is. Sadly enough.
It doesn't make sense how Puck is claiming that he loves Emilia and all this stuff, but then like she's suffering and trying to go through this. Like, why did Puck disappear in the first place?
I think Puck seemed like he was trapped and he was tired of being there, but he's still. Well, I don't know, Mari. I'm gonna let you take it because I really don't know. Everything's still speculation for me.
I can kind of explain a little bit more. So like I said, I've seen the ReZero movie, which gave a little bit more explanation on how Puck and Emilia was, that they kind of referenced to in the anime, but if you never watched the movie, you wouldn't get it. I think more or less Puck has kind of more of like that overprotective love kind of thing, where he kind of knows bits and pieces of her story, but doesn't want to tell her or let her know because of how much it might hurt her. So he's kind of been like that seal, or his contract with her is that I'm going to be here to protect you, but at the cost of you not remembering everything that happened to you before meeting me. And so because that contract between them was never released, is why she was never able to go through her trials, because if she doesn't know the memories that is being shown to her in the trial, how can she go forward in like completing them? Because in a sense it's as if she's living a life she never did. It's living a life she doesn't remember, so she can't complete that trial. But now that Puck has been released, I think he kind of did that after having a conversation with Subaru, which we never got to really see completely off screen. But when Subaru left, that's when he kind of came up to, well, I've been kind of doing this gradually because I didn't want to, but I have to in order for you to succeed in the trial. I have to end this contract.
That's interesting, because it's like she's starting life in another world too. But in a sense, but it seems like Puck left so that she could progress forward. Am I right on that aspect? Okay. Yeah, I got one right. What did y'all have any more questions? And if not, I guess we can go through and say what we thought of the episode, what we expect to come forward.
The only question I have is I wonder what Otto is going to do to Garth.
That's a very good question. That I can't tell you.
What Garth can do from the past lives, I don't see Otto doing anything to him.
Boy, Otto about to go to his body.
So, I guess if that little judo flip he did to Subaru is not going to work on, Incineroar or Right, or
Incineroar.
what's that line from Ben 10? Wrath.
Oh nah.
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna work.
You're
I
really
wanna-
ugly.
we'll
I
see.
really wanna see
Stern talking
when-
to.
Right, I don't know what Otto's gonna do to Garth, and I want to know what happened to everyone else that was there. Could they, showing the cups? I guess like was it tea or whatever they were drinking?
The Ryuzus.
Yes, I want to know what happened to everyone else and everything, all that stuff. And where it goes to see if she actually passes through the trial, or if they make some more plot and Subaru goes through the trial with her, like together. So we'll see.
What would you rate it since you gave your thoughts?
The episode to me, just from the opening, from the beginning, I'm gonna give it an 8.
All right, Amari, are you satisfied?
I'm satisfied. This is the one anime where I never read the novels or manga, so I don't really know what to expect from it, but I do have a really good job of like kind of following it, especially with the lore and stuff. I am interested in seeing, because I just kind of thought about it now when I mentioned it, that Subaru originally got knocked out from entering the place like on the outside, but somehow when Emilia was there and after speaking to the Ryuzu, he was actually able to walk through again, which was interesting. I don't know if maybe it's just a specific door, but
maybe it's permission.
That kind of I think maybe the Ryuzus probably helped him get some type of way of entering without the Witcher greed. But it's going to be interesting to see, because I think Otto has a little bit more to him than we may think as well. So seeing how he handles Garth in that room full of mist is also interesting too.
Okay. Kalu?
I'm gonna give it a cool 7. It was nice to see Subaru finally realize, okay, I can't keep on doing this by myself. I'm not using my friends. I'm not using my assets here. I keep trying to do everything myself and I end up with the same results. And if you keep doing the same thing over and over and you expect different shit, that's insanity. So Subaru's growing and he's learning, which is great. Finally, cool. Subaru's
The man made a
progressing.
RPG party finally began.
That's exactly what he needed. But yeah, it was cool. I liked the episode. It was all right.
All right. Ruben?
I'll also say 7. I feel like it wasn't a bad episode. I don't have a reason to give it any higher though, but I feel like it's probably because I am confused. Even still, if I understood things more and like things made more sense to me and I got all the subtle references that I realized they put in but I didn't get, then I probably would have enjoyed it more, but I didn't, so I don't. So
I get it.
yeah, so 7.
Yeah, I can agree with that completely. I felt confused. I fell asleep on the first half, started the whole thing over again. It was like, all right, let me try this again from start. And I mean, it's not bad. It's just I was extremely confused. Like I felt like I had to go rewatch some episodes. So I'm gonna do that actually to see if I'm just missing it. But Amari, you held us down, so I appreciate that. But yeah, that's our review on the first episode of part 2 of ReZero Starting Life in Another World. Don't know if we're doing a episode by episode review on this one, so if you guys want to see that, don't forget to put it in the comment section below, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
If you've made it this far into the video, I want to thank you for watching today's content. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to share this video with like-minded wonderful people such as yourself, and we'll see you next time.